Hello, I am PC1750, Rob SALT. I'm a police constable and I work in the PDU department here at Exeter Police Station. Essentially, I tutor the new student police officers coming through from college. So certainly since I've been utilising the cameras, it's been relatively easy. It was easy to pick up with regard to how to turn it on, etc. And docking it each evening and then picking up the next day at the start of shift is relatively straightforward as well. The most difficult thing is a personal thing, remembering to turn it on when we go to a situation, but soon that's embedded in your brain, it's straightforward. I don't think you can fix that apart from actually just utilising it, and every day as you would kit up normally to start a shift, put it on and remember that extra thing before you go into an incident to activate your body worn. It's advantageous if you can remember to put it on standby at the start of shift, which I think predominantly everybody does anyway. So you've got that 30-second lead in, which is a big attribute to the system anyway, because a lot of the time when we go to incidents which perhaps potentially fraught, we don't have time to pick up bits and pieces. So if we recall perhaps slightly after the incident, we can turn it on then and it hopefully has captured the lead up or perhaps a potential bit that you haven't activated it as soon as you should have done. I think officers in general have accepted it quite willingly. They've engaged with the training that was provided, and we do get regular updates via email with regards to various added attributes that the DEM system can offer, and if there's any sort of ongoing advice with perhaps regards to clipping it or saving it, then emails, and it's on SharePoint, our local intranet as well, to update it. Obviously again, that's down to the individual officer to take that on board, but I know as well, certainly I've had questions with regards to how footage is saved, etc. And I've emailed the appropriate team and they've got back to me as soon as practicable with an answer which has obviously suited my needs. The support system needs to be there because quite often now, I wouldn't say we rely on it, but from an evidential perspective and what it gives us, it's really, really strong. And I've had a number of cases where, aside from the officers being there and producing their statements, the body-worn footage has been really impactful, and we've had good results on the back end of it. Obviously it relates itself totally to our code of ethics and transparency, and obviously our integrity in dealing with the public, to show that obviously we are balanced and we are fair to everybody we deal with. I think quite a lot of the public probably don't see us, they probably just accept there's a police officer there in uniform or in plain clothes, assuming obviously we've told them we're police officers, and obviously we need to obviously display our warrant cards and stuff and so it probably blends in quite well to the uniform, but as part of the training, if practicable and if it's viable, we should always be informing people that we are recording. I would say that that happens more often than not, but certainly if you go to an incident, the vast majority of the public, if it's in a public space, they've got their cameras out recording anyway. So it's kind of a good attribute to have to say, well, I'm covering it anyway on my body worn. Again, it just shows that transparency, and it just aids the investigation basically. So I can't speak from experience with regards to complaints, but I have heard and I can imagine that the first thing that we look at with regards to that side of things is that transparency perspective, and if there were sort of senior officers or sergeants looking at potential complaints, then we are essentially hopefully covered, and again fully transparent if it's on body worn, because essentially whilst it doesn't give a 360 view, it certainly gives that one perspective from a police officer, as it would be.